Monetization or show me the money. I think that so many people come on TikTok or think that they want to make money online. And then they see, oh, okay, well, I can do that. It makes life easier for me. I'm going to be on social media anyway. I might as well sell something or I might as well promote something. Absolutely. This is what I want to do. The first thing I have to ask you just before we get started on anything is, do you like to sell? Ask yourself that question before you decide to do digital marketing, coaching, TikTok shop, Amazon affiliate. If you, before you even try to get into the creator rewards program, do you like to sell? Because if you do not like to sell, it's going to come through and people are not going to buy from you. Understanding that do you like to sell things is a critical component if you're going to be on someplace that needs you to sell things. If you don't like it, it's okay. You don't have to do it. We can find other ways for you to make money, but you don't have to sell at all. But I will tell you, there is a specific mindset. Now, I am not saying that sales and sales techniques can't be learned. That's not what I'm saying at all. Of course, you can learn how to sell something. You can learn to do almost anything if you want to and need to. But the bigger question is, does selling something align with your mission, align with your content pillars, and align with your ideal customers? If it does, great. The next question is, do you want to do it every day? Do you care? There are some people who love to sell things. They don't mind. They love it. Cool. Good. Go do it. Love that for you. I raise millions of dollars every single year for my nonprofit, and I hate it. I hate selling. I absolutely hate selling. I instead focus on making relationships, and I have someone else on my team that does the hard selling part, for lack of a better word, even though on nonprofits we're not selling, but the hard like connection parts and convincing people that they need to be with us. And then I'm the closer. I come in and I get to close and I get to make relationships. And we recognize that that works in our organization. So my question for you is, are you the seller? Are you the closer? Are you just a person that's like, you know what? I thought I wanted to do this and I don't. Wherever you fit, that's where monetization matters to you. And if you decide that you bought a program and you don't want to sell it, and if you decide you tried to be an Amazon affiliate or you tried to be a TikTok shop creator and you didn't want to do it, please take a deep breath. That is okay. And there is zero judgment from me at all. But if you are somebody who does want to sell on the TikTok shop, or you want to be part of the creator program, or you want to do digital marketing, or you want to do Amazon, this is the module for you. In the downloads of this section is a video on how you can get started on the TikTok shop that goes even more into detail than what we're going to talk about for you. I am giving you the general information on how to sell correctly, and how to sell well. If there are more conversations about how to set it up and how to get in contact with other people and how to work with TikTok directly, I've put links in this download for you to get more information on that. So the first thing for TikTok shop that I want you to know is that every single thing we have talked about in this module, actually in this course so far, still applies to you. Same for you on Amazon, same for you in digital marketing. It all applies to you. You still should have, if you are selling on here, a mission. You still should have a niche house. You still should have content pillars. You still need to identify your ideal customer. And you then still need to have a great hook, good lighting, a great script. You need to show the product. You need to make sure you link the product. You need to make sure that you have a call to action for people. It is not just a matter of putting up a video and saying, cool, that's great, and money is going to pour in. And I think that so many people think that, okay, if I just churn out more videos, then I will get more sales on my TikTok shop, because we have a tendency on our For You page to see so many people who are doing that, right? They are churning out videos, or so it seems to us. But the really successful people have done all of these things. They have a great hook, they have good lighting, they have a great script, they link the product, they have a call to action that people can see. I cannot stress enough for you on the TikTok shop, saying things like check the shopping cart below. Nope. It may mean something to you. It means something to you because you're in the TikTok shop and you're a person who's doing that. It doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, I see it all the time and I'm like, oh, I'll click this button because maybe it'll help somebody get a sale, but I don't ever recognize that it's a shopping cart. And don't always rely on colors either, because there are colorblind people who cannot see that at all. So what you need to do is, if you can just put an arrow there that points down, and then you say, click the shop link below underneath the arrow, and you will, you'll see if it has your size. It'll see if you have your color. But there are some things that I'm finding on TikTok shop, you can't be, I'm just going to say it as nicely as possible. You can't be lazy. You have got to make sure that you stand out. So how do we get you to stand out in some sort of ways? You have to show your unique selling position, which again, as I said before, is if you want to sell products on the back of a Harley, or you want to sell products in the middle of a field because it feels more authentic to you and it aligns with what you are doing, as long as it's part of the TikTok shop rules, go and do it. You don't have to set up a counter and put on anime or act like one of those, what are they, UPC robots to do that. You just have to show the product to people, and then you have to tell them why it matters. I would love, again, now that you've gone through this, this whole entire course and module, I would love, and I think you would be more successful if you actually identified a niche for your products. If your page was not just, here's all the stuff on TikTok, and I'm just going to throw it out there because it's viral and I hope somebody's going to buy it, because you know what? People are starting to see through that. That might have worked when people first started on this app. And again, what people did when TikTok Shop first was launched, they were the people who used the feature. They were also bigger creators. Let's be honest. They were people who already had 5,000 followers. They already had, they had a leg up on you. That's it. They just had a leg up on you. So what worked for them isn't going to work for you. You're going to have to set out a unique selling proposition. So are you doing perfect gifts for yourself? Are you doing home gadgets? Are you a teacher and you're showing everybody the cool things that you should have in your classroom? Are you an artist and you're going and you're showing everybody all of the cool art things that you can have? If you're a makeup artist, are you doing that? If you're fashion, are you doing something with that? If you're fitness, or you're on weight loss, or you're part of GLP-1s, are you doing something that aligns with fitness or aligns with the vitamins you need? Are you aligned with those type of things? I know everyone's going to hate me for saying that, but it is the way that sets you apart for everything. It is something that makes you different. All of us cannot be Walmart and Target. There are so many other specialty stores that people go to. Home Goods, HomeSense, Michael's. You think of other places that you can go that have certain specific things for you. Now, if you want to be a Macy's and you want to have everything in your store for you, then find something that is your niche for you together. So if you are selling something and you are, let's say you're a 51-year-old woman like me. That's because I'm going to say that. If I was a 51-year-old woman, my TikTok shop would really be focused on makeup for mature skin, probably not even makeup, probably moisturizer, but makeup, jewelry, things for my house that are decorative in nature. It would maybe focus on cooking stuff, but maybe not. I'm a plus size girl, so it definitely would not be focusing on fashion in any sort of way. But if for you that is it, it would be focusing on, I would say those would be the areas I would focus on, because I would look to women of my age or in 5 years before and 5 years after, and I would recognize that the majority of the time that I spend in the world, I am buying presents for someone else. And now I would like to find things for me or things I would give other people. So candles would be a great thing for me. If you are my husband and you are 62 years old and you're a dude and you love to cook, you love to garden, you love to be comfortable in your clothes, but still look stylish in the clothes that you have, then you would focus on those things for people. There are so many things you can build and do instead of trying to be all of the things to all of the people. And the same would go for you, all of you Amazon people that I'm going to talk to in a minute. If you try to throw spaghetti at the wall, you are not going to make a ton of sales. And I know, let me preface this again. I know it works for those other creators who got in the program in the beginning. Absolutely. That's great. It may not work for you. And if you decide you want to throw everything into your TikTok shop or your Amazon shop, then what's the story behind it? Why am I following you for that? So is it everything you need to make your house a home? That's what we're going to do. Great. Everything you need for your wardrobe to count all 365 days without buying another piece of clothing. Okay, cool. Is it going to be, did you just move into a new place? Let me show you all of the things on the TikTok shop that you need. Is it all your kids are gone to college and now you get to be you? Look at all of the cool stuff that you didn't get to spend your money on. Give me some sort of something. Like, what is it for? Especially if you want to throw in all of the products. Like, especially if you want to do all the products, that is something I need to understand why. I don't want to just come to your page and be sold every single day on every single thing. I want to understand that, oh, that is the creator that talks about X. I'm going to go to them because it makes sense. Additionally, make sure on TikTok Shop, you are building relationships with the people you are getting your supplies or your samples from. Make sure you are talking to them and you get to know them. Don't just grab the samples and then see you later, alligator, because those people are putting money behind some of the TikTok shop that ads or content that's going out there. So make a relationship with them, talk to them, get to know them, thank them for what they gave you, and then go ahead and generate an ad code for your video and send it to the supplier that you have a relationship with. So they will put money behind your ads and they will put money behind your content and they will push it out for you. I have included in a link below how you can generate an ad code so you can connect with those suppliers as well. I think when it comes to TikTok Shop, also something else that I talked about, and I mentioned it before, is if you can find ways to rebrand a product without changing the name, without making any medical claims, without doing anything like that, but you can flip the use of the product on its head, it will again be a unique selling proposition for you. So I told people yesterday on my live, and I'll tell you all here, these books are right now on the TikTok shop and on Amazon. They're little books. They're supposed to be for toddlers, and they you write with a special pen in here, and the pen disappears, the ink disappears, and there's a groove in here for people to write on. Everyone is selling this for toddlers right now. Everyone is saying this is for toddlers. If I had a TikTok shop or an Amazon shop, I would be selling this to stroke victims. I would be selling it to people with Parkinson's. I would be selling it to people who have a hard time grasping pens or writing. Those are the books that taught me how to write again. Literally, I have them. These I got to learn how to write again. This is what taught me how to write again. All of a sudden, you have taken a book that somebody is selling for toddlers, and you have now turned it on its head and found a customer that may relate to you. So I've had a functional stroke, so that's called FND. And then I've had 2 TIAs. So I fall into 2 categories. There's a huge market for any sort of mobility aid or any sort of things that could be spoken to them. Additionally, this thing, everyone's like, oh, it's a fidget spinner, or oh, it's this. It was sold to me as a tool to help me learn from a stroke, to learn how to put things back and forth together. It was sold to me as something that I can use to learn how to grasp the things on days that I don't know how to do it, on days when my hands don't work so well. So for somebody, it could be a fidget spinner, but you could also sell it as something else. So think about when you're on your TikTok shop, think about what your products can be used for in a different way. Now, again, please don't make any medical claims. Don't do that. You cannot do that, and do not promise results for anything. But here's another example of something. These are lip stains that came out in places. And these lip stains, because I wanted to use them, it was sold because it was a mobility aid for me and a modification. It's supposed to be, because it's small, it was easier for me to use. And that is how it was sold online. It's a kid's lip stain. That's it. If you go on Amazon, it's a kid's lip stain. But if you go on Amazon, it is for people who have had strokes or have limited mobility in their hands. That's what you need to start thinking about doing when you're on your TikTok shop or you're an Amazon affiliate, is also figure out where things can be used in different ways within the reasons and within the context of what your agreement is with both of those selling places. Additionally, for TikTok shop, again, keywords and search engine optimization are going to be huge for you. And if you go to the Creator Search Insight tool, so go back to the lesson I taught you on there, you have a button that says TikTok shop. Also, I believe in since I'm not a TikTok shop creator, I also believe in your own back end, there is also a marketplace breakdown that tells you what things are doing well and not. But you can come on TikTok, this Creator Search Insights, and you can pull out of here of all the things that are part of the TikTok shop that it will give you information on. That are selling. Also, you can hit this content gap as well. Let's see if I did it here. No, I didn't. In the document, I don't know what module it is for keywords. I also have put together lists and lists of what is actually clearly on the TikTok shop that says TikTok perfume, TikTok whatever. But these are all things from TikTok that they're telling you, okay, well, this leapfrog, 342,000 people were searching for it, and 228,000 people bought it. So I think this is where you want to be to make sure you're utilizing the tools they are giving you to your disposal. Amazon influencers, excuse me, that was a hard word for me to say. Everything I just said about the TikTok shop applies to you, with the exception of you having to show the product the way that they do. But I know that there are requirements for you to make sure that you show the product as well. Again, the same exact thing. Make sure that you are telling a story, why you are showcasing these products. Why does it matter to you? Who are you going to be known for? Are you known, especially with Amazon, because you are making people go to another place? They cannot go right into the TikTok shop. Though, again, now that Amazon and TikTok have inked a deal together, there will be ways for people to shop directly from your links. It's just not out as much yet for everyone. But right now, they have to go click another link. They have to go somewhere else, and they have to go outside of TikTok to do that. So they have to go to your page, and then they need to shop what you have. With that being said, it for you even becomes more important to be known for somebody who shows something and not everything. So what are you going to be known for? And again, if you want to be the Target or Walmart of Amazon, I have no problem, because every day at my house, I think I get 50,000 things from Amazon. I just do. But I get 50,000 things usually in the same kind of categories. So think about what your unique selling proposition is, rather than thinking about everyone selling this product, and so I'm going to make money on this product. Think about what you would actually use. Think about things that you really want. Think about ways that you can actually get people to be part of your program that is compelling enough that they're going to go to the top of your page, click a link, and go somewhere else to buy the product that you want. Again, I have given you information here on how you can be part of the Amazon Influencer Program if you are not already. And I would say for you, Amazon Influencer, same thing. Go to the Creator Search Insight tool. You have the exact same information that people on the TikTok shop have. You just don't have the information on how many people bought it. But I'm certain you can figure that on Amazon. You just type in Amazon products, and it shows you all of the people and all of the things that they are searching for on Amazon. And again, for you in the keyword area, there will be more of these for you. So if 208,000 people are looking for Amazon cases, or 398,000 people are looking at the Amazon bed, then those are things that you may want to talk about and show people, because you have the information right here. This is what people are searching for on TikTok. So let's make some content around that. And then everyone remember, we're going to do it again. If we're making something about the Amazon bed, we are going to have to show the Amazon bed. We are going to have to use the headline Amazon bed. Out of our mouth, we're going to have to use the words Amazon bed at least 3 or 4 times. If we're doing just faceless content, you're going to need Amazon bed multiple times. You're going to turn the captions on, and then you're going to put Amazon bed in the description. And then you're going to do the hashtags of like Amazon made me buy it and things like that. For TikTok Shop, Amazon, the Creator Reward Program, and digital marketers, again, all of the things that I've taught you so far about making content absolutely matters in how you are going to be selling as well. It is not a matter of coming in here, clicking Amazon bed, and then hoping that people watch it. You still have to do all of the steps that we talked about before, plus you have to show your products. Let's talk about some hooks that work specifically and work really, really well. And these are hooks that when I did the research, they have generated thousands and thousands of dollars every time that they have been used. I also, in the download section of this module, there are hooks for Amazon and TikTok that have been proven to get people to buy more. So these are different breakdowns of hooks. So there's urgency hook and current news hooks. This one particularly is for TikTok, and it is playing on the idea that TikTok may get shut down soon and that there's going to be a banana. I like to say banana because we can't say ban, but you can say TikTok might be getting shut down soon. And because a lot of companies are just trying to sell out their products as fast as they can. And one really good product is boom. Then you can also use a relatable storytelling hook. This is great for makeup. This is great for clothing. This is great for anything to do with your hair. This is great for you need to make a fast transition from where you are to where you're going. So again, is it just me or am I the only one that comes out of massage looking like a mess and the person looked like a mess? And then my husband just tells me that his new coworkers coming over with their wife that I've never met, and I gotta look great by the time I get home, and they're showing how the product actually straightened their hair for them as well. Then you can use a comparison hook. Let's compare these Amazon, I don't know why I did this because I don't have my AirPods in, Amazon AirPods with the well-known X product on either TikTok Shop or on Amazon. And then you can always do the funny oops hook, which is like, I ordered this, but I don't know. I think I might have made a mistake with this one because I thought I was getting X and I got Y instead. You can also do that reverse hook of don't buy this if you don't want to. I will say, though, that is not testing as high as some of these other hooks because people are kind of getting tired of it a little bit. But feel free to go and check, use these hooks, and then feel free to go into the downloads and find other hooks for you to use as well. Let's talk about the TikTok Creator Rewards Program. So the Creator Rewards Program used to be Creator Beta, is the program where TikTok pays you for your content. And I think that this program got ruined, frankly, by the pay off my debt trend, by the teamwork trend, the road to 10K hashtags. So I think this program really kind of went down a bit after that. But let's see, how can you get involved with this program if you are not involved? And then for those of you who are involved, let's talk about sticking it out in their program. So you can get rewarded in this program for your videos, but you need to understand a couple of things. First, you have to have over 10,000 followers. You have to be in a participating country that is part of this program. So it's not every single place. You have to be 18 or older in the participating countries. You have to have a personal account and not a business account. You have to have 100,000 account views over the last 30 days. So you could have 10,000 followers and not have 100,000 account views and not be eligible. Or you could have 100,000 account views, but not 10,000 followers and then not be eligible for the program. Either you have to have original content. Dancing, stitches, duets do not count. And frankly, I will say that some faceless doesn't count either. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. And your videos have to be over a minute long. So you could have a million views on a piece of content that was 7 seconds. That would not qualify for payments from the Creator Rewards Program. So now we understand all of those things, everything that we've just talked about that. Then you have to understand that there is something called qualified views, and then there are not qualified views. So you get paid on what TikTok deems as a qualified view. Not every view is qualified. So you could have a video. I had a video when I was in the program that got over 1.5 million views on it. My qualified views on that program were 200,000. And I got paid, I think it was something like 0.3 cents for my rate per million. So I was not making a ton of money on that. Now, what qualifies as a qualified view is it has to be people in a country that that is part of the program. They have to watch it for at least a minute. They can't be bots. They can't be people that are not watching and not engaging in a regular way onto TikTok. And then there's some other stuff that I don't even really understand. So the Creators Rewards Program does exist. It does help, but there are a lot of qualifications. And also, I always tell people that I work with, when you're making a video, at least, or a piece of content, try to do 1:03, 1:04, 1:09. So you at least know that you hit over that minute, because if you edit things out and you end up at 59 seconds, it does not count. There's no like, oh, I was 59 seconds and almost a whole 60 seconds. Nope. It has to be over at least a minute long. And I would tell you that it's really over a minute long for you as well. Sorry, I went backwards. I'm going to just play a video of what I learned when I was part of the Creator Rewards Program. Full disclosure, I left the program. I was averaging 20 to 100,000 views on every video that I put up before joining the program. I joined the program, my views went down to 1,000. from being out of in that program, and I'm still trying to get and grow my way up. Now, that is just my experience. That is not everyone's experience. I am in a very different niche than other people, but I do want to make sure that there is the possibility that your content will be slower rolled out to people because TikTok has to pay you for it.
Five, you've got to have content ideas ready all of the time. You already know that it takes 10,000 people in your community to be eligible for the program, 100,000 views monthly, and your videos have to be over a minute. And they can't be duets and stitch, which means you cannot just keep flying off the seat of your pants. You better have a notebook ready that at least writes down all of your ideas. Number four, the amount you make on per video will change depending on the video, depending on how many people watched it, depending on the topic, depending on what TikTok's accountants feel that day. Is called your rate per million. So sometimes your rate per million based on a video could be $1. Sometimes your rate per million could be 50 cents. Sometimes it could be 3 cents. Save this video. You go viral and you get a million people watching your video. That doesn't mean you're going to get paid for all million of those views. It's that thing's called qualified views, and only qualified views get paid on TikTok. And remember, only qualified views get paid at whatever rate per million TikTok decided it's going to be for you. So a good rule of thumb would say at least half of those people are not going to be eligible for your videos. Sometimes it'll be more, sometimes it'll be less. Number two, you record your videos for a minute 10, a minute 15 seconds. It gives you time to edit out any of the dead spaces, guys, all the stuff that nobody's going to watch. Because before I get to number one, if you've learned anything about the Creators Rewards program, stick them in the comments so we can teach each other. One, and probably the most important thing to remember, is that you can get demonetized at any point in time. This is TikTok's game and TikTok's the baby. The reason I got demonetized was because I was sending people to apps outside of TikTok to learn keywords and hashtags. I didn't think the community guidelines said that that was a violation. They did. They won. I'm still on TikTok. I'm just not part of the Creator Rewards program. My bonus information is that my views tanked after I joined the program. I went from 20 and 30,000 views all the way down to 1 to 2,000 views. I'm finally just catching back up to where I was. That happens to some people. It doesn't happen to other people. I just wanted to tell you all of this about the Creators Rewards program because some people are amazingly successful at this. And those that I find that are successful is because they think about creating content as work. They make sure they have good content. They have amazing hooks. They make sure that their lighting is great. Their audio is great. They connect with the audience. They tell us a story. If you have any questions at all, please.
There you go. So if you're thinking about joining the Creator Rewards program, just keep all of those tips in mind and recognize that you're probably not going to make $1 billion in the program, but you can make good money over the month if you want to, and if you want to try. But again, you have to have those good hooks, good lighting, good sound. It's got to be interesting. You're going to have to use keywords. You should use the Creator Search Insights tool. Those are all things that are going to have to help you get out of it. And you're going to have to ride out the lower views for a little while to get to a place where you're going to get over 1,000 views. And then you're going to get more people out there for you.
5 things that.
So let's talk about digital marketing. And I have a lot of opinions on the digital marketing for us. So let's go through this very, very honestly. When it comes to monetization on TikTok or Instagram, with digital marketing, it is imperative to remember that, again, this was a game that some people got into way in the beginning before you did. That doesn't mean that you cannot be successful. That just means that you definitely have to think about your unique selling proposition. What worked for them will probably not work for you. You will have to find something very unique for yourself to talk about, a unique story, and you are going to have to do that selling content and that nurturing and connecting content, because especially for digital marketers, where Amazon creators and TikTok shop creators can get away with selling the entire time, even though it's a bit, for me, it's a bit annoying. but they can get away with it because they're showing someone an actual product. They're not talking hypothetically. So they're showing mascara, they're showing, well, this isn't even mascara, they're showing concealer, they're showing a pen, they're showing a fidget spinner, they're showing a book. When you are on and you're talking about digital marketing, you are still talking about an idea, something out there, something that is in a concept for you. And so this is why I have so many opinions on digital marketing, because when you work in the nonprofit space, I also am asking people to give money to an idea. I'm asking people to give money to help someone else. Now, the difference is I'm not making money like you are. Like there's no master resale rights in the nonprofit world, but or affiliate marketing world. But what I can talk about is why that nurturing content is so important and why building up a relationship with people is so important, because you don't have the luxury of showing the same way Amazon or TikTok Shop does. And even if you are showing online, most of the time you're just showing a module or you're showing things in the theory. So one of the things that I would really like to really have you focus on is to look at that market research and really to understand who your customer is. Not everyone is your customer. See, on TikTok Shop and on Amazon affiliates, they understand that they just by the nature of having a product, they have already narrowed down who their ideal customer is, because they have already, not everyone's going to want, well, I'm going to say it's a stroke toy, but not everyone's going to want a fidget spinner. I think this thing might have been a teething ring for a baby in the beginning, because that's what it feels like. But anyway, for TikTok Shop creators and for Amazon creators, they have already narrowed down just by the fact that they are showing a product. So already people can already be like, oh, yeah, I don't need that. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I want that. Whereas for you, the general misconception is everybody wants to make money. That is where I think so many people fail. Everybody wants to make money. Look at this economy. Everybody needs to make money. Oh, everybody wants to make money online. Everybody wants to make passive income. No, not everybody wants to make passive income in the way where they have to get on social media and sell. Not everybody wants to make passive income where they have to pay $400, $500, $600, $900 for a program. Not everybody wants to learn how to use ClickBank and go and be an affiliate for a program. So now what you need to do is identify the specific people that do want to do that, as we talked about in our customer matrix. It becomes so much more important for you as digital marketers to do that. And you've got to get out of the thought process of everybody wants to make money, because it's not resonating anymore with people and it feels too salesy. So that's the first thing that we have to do, is really look at who our ideal customer is. And then when we make our content, we have got to stop gatekeeping all of the information of your program and what it's about. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I know that you probably are bound by something to say, like, you can't tell people what you're doing. You've got to figure out a way to give people enough information that they can understand what this program is and if they want to be a part of it. And most of your landing pages don't give that information. And people are going to, then you put on a landing page and then you have an email flow that goes out to people, and you're probably told people need to hear this 8 times before they actually take advantage of a program. I know, because that's what I was told. That's true. But there are some really successful people who are saying more about this program taught me X. This program helped me understand why. Not this program helped me with business automation. I don't know what that means. I've told you that already. This program helped me build a website. And in that, this program set up a system where people log on, they get emails that are already sent out to them, and they get walked through a sign-up process. And then I don't have to reach out to them, but if I want to, I can. And then you can talk about your community, or then you can talk about what the program does. If you're part of an affiliate program, then that's a little different in some ways, because you might just put out something and go on Pinterest and get people to go buy some diet pill. But if you are selling a program, you're selling a course, tell me what the course does. Don't just say, this course teaches you everything you need to know. What does it teach me? Does it teach me how to run ads? Does it teach me how to do email marketing? Does it teach me how to sell on Pinterest? Does it teach me how to I don't know, paint rocks? What does it teach me how to do? And then what did you learn out of doing that? And remember, as we talk about your program and the idea of making money online, it is imperative for you specifically to recognize those 4 different types of buyers, because you're going to have to speak to them. Because we already know that we have who's ready to go. They woke up that morning and they said, I want to make money online. They did not type in digital marketing. They typed in how to make money online, how to make money fast. For you, keywords are going to be very, very important, especially those of you in that daily pay program. Don't use the hashtag daily pay. Nobody even knows what that means. Half of people, if they do that, they're looking for those places where you can go get your checks cashed on the same day. We're not doing that. We're using hashtags that actually align with what we're talking about. That's why I tell people, don't use the digital marketing hashtag. And I know that makes a lot of people angry, but let me tell you why. The same way I told you in the module that said, do not use make me go viral, or do not use teamwork, or do not use road to 10K in your hashtags, using the digital marketing hashtag as a whole is only getting you connected to other digital marketers. So then when you start some of these programs, what do they tell you? It's the same exact thing. You make a post, you tell us in our community that you made a post, we'll go up, help your post and say, yes, or me, or we'll get people to come to your post. And then you get a false sense of engagement on your post, because all of those people from your community or in the digital marketing community are bolstering you up, thinking that that's going to trick the algorithm to get it out there more. And it might work. But then what happens to Iz and Cal and Brett and Dallas when they're like, but you told me nothing and I don't understand anything and I'm not watching this content? So when you are making content, you have to think about, okay, so there's Iz. She came in and said, where they came in, excuse me, and said, okay, I want to make money online today. And then a piece of content came up to them and they signed up for the program. It could have been your content. It could have been somebody else's content. And then we have Cal. Cal says, okay, I want to make money online. I know that. That's something that I really am interested in. But I need to have a community. I feel really connected to something that is going to make me feel connected, make me feel like I'm less alone. So Cal really needs to hear, as I said during that module we talked about in the beginning, Cal really needs to hear about, you have a community, or you can all log in on Tuesday nights and learn something from somebody, or your program made $100 billion as a whole, or they want to hear the stories of Sally and Pete and how much money they made. That speaks to Cal in a very specific way. So when you're making content as a digital marketer, then those are the people that you're going to speak to on your selling or action days. That is the content that is going to matter to them. But then when we look for Brett and we look for Dallas, Brett doesn't care. Brett may not have even typed in, I want to make money online. Brett might have typed in Gen X. Brett might have typed in quitting job. Brett might have typed in groceries, economy. And Brett could have typed in makeup and you popped up for some good reason. Brett wants to know, like, and trust you. They don't care about the rest of that stuff. So that's why you have to make nurturing content for Brett and Dallas, because they're not typing in how to make money online, but they might be interested in it if you tell a good story and you have a good hook and you've used the right words in your screen and you're telling them something from your perspective of why this program worked. But they also will want to know what you did on a Saturday afternoon outside of your digital marketing program. So for you, you really have to get serious. Who's your customer? What is your mission? Why are you selling this program? And if your answer is, I'm just selling this program to make money, okay, then just be honest. Then just tell people that. Then honestly, then just tell people that. I think people will respect that more, because I think people will be like, okay, cool, I'm a hustler too. I want to do that. Sounds great to me. But you have to really understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. And you, out of everyone else, has got to think and like selling. You have to think and like selling. And then additionally, you have to remember that in the digital marketing programs, it's not a small investment. You're asking people to spend $100, $900 on a program with the hope and prayer that they are going to make money using that program. And that means you're going to have to be there for them. That also means that you have a responsibility to them. And it also means, in some sort of a bigger way, that for these people that are coming into your program, that they have to really understand that it's not guaranteed. This isn't something that is automatically going to make them rich. It's going to take work. That is important. And you have to remember, when you're selling a course and you're selling a master resale rights in some sort of way, that there are people on social media who have been business coaches or who have been entrepreneurs like myself or built 7-figure businesses. And those people are selling 8-week masterminds where they are in small groups and they are giving people one-on-one attention, and they are helping people write business plans, or they're helping people understand how to redo their marketing. And they are selling that one-on-one attention for less than your program at some points in time. And then that's the comparison that you're up with. So again, you're probably lost Cal in some sort of way, and you might have lost Brett a little bit too, because if Cal can be with somebody who's an expert, and they're going to get their hand held, and they're going to be part of a community, and they're going to learn all of that stuff, and it's not at a self-paced course, well, and it's less than your program, they may do that. And Brett may be like, you know what? I kind of really dig this creator and I want to spend that money so I can hang out with them. So for you, we have to really lean into your unique selling proposition. And you are really going to have to do a lot of that keywords. And you're going to have to get out of the mindset that digital marketing is an answer, in the respect of the answer is, I'm going to talk about digital marketing and that's going to make people understand what we're talking about. Because still, when you go on answerthepublic.com and when you look at keyword searches, it's still not up there as what people are typing in. They're typing in things like quit my job, how to make money online, how to make money fast. And then the same thing for you that I've done for everyone else is in the modules. I have given you keywords that you can use that have proven to be successful as well. I've done 4 videos on digital marketing, and instead of me going through them with you, you can go ahead and watch them. This is the 5 things I wish digital marketers would stop doing after doing 29 account reviews on digital marketers. This is 10 more things I would do if I was starting a digital marketing program from a 7-figure entrepreneur. All actionable steps in all of these for you.
I wish
No,
digital marketers was-
This is Again, another 10 things that I would do for a digital marketers if I started a program. And then this is my unpopular opinion about digital marketing with another set of actionable steps. I want you to hear from me that I do not think that a digital marketing program is bad. I do not think the courses are bad. I do not think it is not a viable way to make money. I just want you to be successful in doing it. And I want to be honest with you and say, it's going to take work. And the people who got into this before you, they were here before you. So they've made more money. The tips that they use might be outdated because it worked at that point in time. Or they may be paying for advertisements and they're not telling you about that. So these are things you have to think about. Are you going to invest in advertisements? Are you going to be on Pinterest? Are you going to focus more on Instagram? Because people on Instagram like digital marketing courses and they are used to using those B-roll content and they want to talk about those things. Are you going to do that? All of these things are things that you have to think about in your digital marketing monetization journey. It doesn't mean digital marketing is bad. It just means that you need to focus a little bit more than the people who are doing TikTok Shop or Amazon, because you're not holding up an actual product for people to see.
10 tips.
Oh my goodness. For digital marketing, I did the exact same thing for you. I went on the Creator Search Insight tool and I found all of the work that people are doing. So if you look at, there are money here, all of on this, and these are the 2 on digital marketing. So when you are looking for words, you are going to have to make sure that you are utilizing other keywords to talk about your program rather than just digital marketing courses. I hope that this helped you, and I hope that this made sense to you, and I cannot wait to see you in the next module.